Look at that guy. He's not tied up at all. We lied. We didn't tie him up. This is Deadzone TV, DZtv, not Deadzone TV. That's something else. And we're here for another week. And we got me. I'm Rob.
It used to be, but then someone took our name, and now we're relegated to this.
I'm Rob.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
That's Jack. And we got a special guest. Nobody ever sees his face, except for on the superhero crew. It's Andrew.
It's me. I'm here. Well, come on. You can't talk about superhero crew without talking about Family Gamer 777 first on YouTube.
Oh, that I guess too.
The new spin-off with Cousin Oliver. Yes.
But Superhero Crew came first. I'm just saying, and then we spun it off into Family Gamers, and then Family Gamers became more successful.
Well, really, it's not about quantity; it's about quality.
So I guess in that regard, Superhero Crew's better. Oh, shots fired at my own channel.
He's gonna have his own flame war against himself.
You burnt.
We're doing this show with Andrew to talk about Triton. We'll do a Triton wrap up. We'll also do our usual blathering on about things that people say in the chat. So if you are in the chat, please say stuff so we can talk about it. And other than that, it's been a hot July, and it's almost over. I'm almost going to Gen Con. It's getting exciting now. So there you go. Jack, what have you been up to?
We're not going to bury the lead. So escalation started this weekend. Actually, it was Friday. There's another 1 hour to log in, and honestly, I think it was better than last year's. I think if we weren't recording this, we'd be still playing right now. The interactive maps, the website, it was wonderful. So I hope you got your games in, and they promised a lot of cash and prizes for the top, 15, 16 players, but I don't know how they do it, how they don't go bankrupt, the prize support. But anyways, what did you think, Rob?
I think Jack's a liar. I refuse to play your games, Jack.
Oh, you'll play some games.
Yes.
You'll play some games.
I'll
play some games.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. Whatever they're calling this year's league. What did they call it last year? Campaign. Yeah, we're still waiting for that one. Summer. It's still summer until the end of August, right?
I think I would consider it that. I mean, we had the summer campaign last year. That was at the end of August.
And they promised it to be earlier this year. So yeah, we'll
the second to last week of August now.
Yes, that's right. At least, yeah. And then it's only going to be like a weekend anyway, so we don't have to worry about it going on for months into the school year. But I think I heard rumors that after Gen Con, the website's going live. We'll see if that's true. Let's hope that happens. Maybe they're just hoping that we all forget about it, and it just goes away. Did either of you guys forget about it? Jack obviously didn't forget about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just in a fugue state. I can't be blamed for that.
You slipped into your other dimension again. That's what happens, Jack. You dimension hop all the time.
That is true.
It's that other dimension where you like the X-Men and you enjoy DC movies and
Doctor Who.
Yeah. But this one, unfortunately, escalation has not started yet. The book's out, but yeah. The campaign is not happening yet. 4 minutes in, we're already on a downer, Jack. Thanks.
That my comedy stylings brought the room down. I'll have to try and reel it in.
It's not even a beer in your hand, is it?
Not sponsored.
I'm so disappointed in you.
Don't at me.
Poor guy. He is in another dimension. He's not drinking beer, and he's playing in some tournament.
In the comments down below.
As Beetle said, the summer campaign will be starting just after North America Manticon. Ooh.
We had a theory that it was going to be Gen Con weekend, just to add a little incendiary. That would be bad.
Yeah, just cause that little extra chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully it happens. If not, it's fine. Play games at home. You don't need a website and prizes and fun with strangers.
You don't need a campaign to have fun.
That's right.
Come on. We should know this by now.
What you need is large tournaments, right? Right, Andrew?
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up.
Smooth.
Perfect segue, right?
I'm an expert.
The expert at segue.
I wish I had a segue. Those are cool.
What?
Yeah. No, they're not cool.
Yeah, we're not pushing past. Come
on. Yes, the tournament, the Conquest of Triton 3?
Yes, 3
Wow.
official first North American East Coast Grand Tournament.
Fancy for Deadzone, obviously. And that was a couple weeks ago now?
July 15th. It was, what, 2 weeks ago, maybe, possibly?
And you did have a great turnout there.
Yes, we had 18 people, 6 of which were my friends who I brought in, which was great to actually see them show up. And then my one friend, Sadiq, he actually won Rookie of the Day, and it was his first time playing Deadzone ever. And I'm just surprised that he even got more tournament points than me. But, you know, he did pretty good. What did he got like one of the Vanguard starter sets that we got from the prize support. Thank you to all the prize support people also, because that was awesome. Mantic gave us like the Hellboy starter set and some Vanguard stuff and terrain crate stuff, and then we got the Mats by Mars, obviously, and we got an airbrush from Badger, which was cool, and some paints, and yeah, so turnout was great. 18 people. We had it at All Star Comics and Collectibles, and it was good. It was fun. I had fun, which is, I know, surprising, me having fun playing war games. I know, or miniature games. But yeah, it was good, and I'm hoping next year's turnout could be even bigger, because if we have this many people now, then I'm hoping next year I could bring in even more people. We could have a bigger tournament, which we're hoping. And yeah, so it was fun. It was a lot of fun, and I actually enjoyed it. So
yeah, that's good. It's a good sign when you enjoy your own tournament.
Yeah, you know what? It is a good sign.
And did your other friend win best, like, favorite person to play against, or what do they call it?
Oh yeah, my boy Kenny. Ooh, my boy Kenny. He won last place, so he got the spatula, and he got best sportsmanship.
There you go. You brought all the good people.
Exactly.
Not the winners, but the good people.
But yeah, it was good. Unfortunately, some people had to leave early, so but you know, it's okay. It's okay. They won nothing though.
Yeah. And yeah, the winners were, I think, first and second both came from Albany, all the way down from Albany, right?
Yep, that was first place was Walter, second place was Joel, third place was John, and who was a new guy that my dad brought in at the comic store, and then we started doing game night at the comic store, and he started coming down a lot. So, and he's used to this stuff, because I think he plays like Sigmar and stuff like that, and Guild Ball and all that. So you know, they get it. So we didn't consider him a rookie, because you know he's played these games before. He gets it.
Yeah, so he's not new to wargaming.
Yeah.
Cool. And next year, same place probably. You've been at a different place every year. Hopefully this time they'll break that and you'll be at the same place.
If we have more people, definitely we will not be at the same place.
Not enough room.
No, that we didn't really have enough room for the people that we had, because we were shooting for about 16 to 18, and we were hoping, I was at least hoping, we wouldn't get to 20, because we wouldn't have anywhere to put them. But yeah, we lined the tables up across the store, and then we had to turn one table sideways. So it was like it was just a long T, and yeah. So next year we'll probably have it somewhere bigger, but we have a year to think about it. So
yeah, that's cool. I like how it's going every year. You've been consistent with it, and hopefully next year we can get there.
Yeah, we're trying to be consistent. First year we had like 8 people, and then second year we had 10 or 12. I think it was 12 actually, or maybe 10. I don't remember. And then this year we had 18. So I think this year was a great turnout. And I'm happy that like I said before, my friends were able to actually come, because six of them came out of the 8 people that I recruited for Deadzone. So, yeah, good turnout. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, it's one of those great tournaments, and it's now a GT, which I know you guys have been big on starting that GT tournaments in the United States, and you guys are one of the first. I think the only one. I think Shane's was before yours. I don't think anybody else had done one yet, right?
I don't think so.
And Shane's in Texas.
And for the people at home who don't know what GT stands for, it's Grand Touring. Now these games, this tournament travels. I think the last time you were in Syracuse, I don't know where Utica is, but enjoy. Where's the after that stop on the Grand Tour?
What?
GT, I don't even know what it stands for. Grand Tournament, maybe? I'm not even sure.
That's what I thought. I thought it stood for Grand Tournament. If it doesn't, it feels stupid.
In cars, Jack is correct. It is a tour that you take. I think maybe you could do like the Gumball Rally, but with you have to play Deadzone while driving sports cars on a GT. There you go. I think you're onto something, Jack.
I call Dom DeLuise.
In the ambulance?
With a bread knife?
This isn't Clue.
Oh. Or Cluedo for our European friends.
Poor Andrew. First time we have him on the Deadzone TV, and Jack's just like trying to confuse him.
He's not trying to confuse me. He is confusing me.
I apologize. That's no way to treat a guest.
Jack, you don't have to apologize when you confuse me. It is a pleasure.
Oh.
It is an honor. It is an honor for you to confuse me. Always getting ready.
I'm going to the comment section. I don't know.
There you go. Comments. Yes. The thing about your tournament also is the beautiful boards you guys set up and all the mats by Mars.
Yeah.
You guys had some awesome tables there.
Yeah. We had Eric had a E-Rock, with his luscious hair, brought a mat and a board for us, and then Dan from Massachusetts, yes, because my dad always says Connecticut for some reason. Massachusetts came down as well, and he set up a pretty awesome looking board. And then yeah, and all the mat. Can I just say something though? Like I'm being serious. I'm not just saying this because Mario's our friend, and but the mats by Mars mats are fantastic. Like I love those mats so much. It's just the material, and they just look sexy, with all the with the models on the board and all the terrain on the board. It just looks great. And I'm not just saying that. I'm being serious, because those mats are fantastic, and it really those boards really complete the tournament, make the tournament feel alive, which is, even though we had 18 people and it was alive, but I'm just saying, having all those boards, it really was awesome.
Yeah, mats by Mars, their mats are great. Not to mention they're vinyl, so they're a lot cheaper. You can probably get 4 mats by Mars mats for one normal mouse mat one. So
yeah,
that's another great reason to have them. We have tons of them too. It is beautiful, and you get any hexes on them you like, or nothing. He can put anything you want on those mats, any size too. We have a 6x4 he made for us for Deadzone. So there you go. That was our only small commercial for Mats by Mars, but I wish he was paying us, but he's not. It's just a great product. It's always good to have outside of Mantic having people supporting the game. I know on certain scenery that Rick Hall's all into is all about Deadzone. They have a lot of Deadzone support too, so it's nice to see that. I do like Deadzone being supported outside of Mantic. It shows that it's bigger than just a home game, Cool. Well, there you go. That's your tournament.
Yeah, it was fun, and very upset that you guys didn't come, and Georgie's extremely upset about you not coming, Jack.
Really?
Yeah.
You're opening a can of worms right now, my small friend.
And Boomer is extremely upset that Rob didn't come either.
Yes, Boomer's my man. Yeah, it's this year I had to work because a coworker was on vacation, so I was working like nights, and it was terrible. And hopefully next year I'll book it off early. We'll have to set the date early so I can get in there. Got to go. Got to drag Jack with me.
And I moved, as everyone can see.
No, you just redecorated. It's the same room you're always in.
Oh,
That's right.
You just push the wall back a bit and put a window in it. And
Either of those excuses will work. When we go live, we can go either one. The green screen I can change in post. Don't worry about it. Just whichever one you said.
yeah, we'll go with that. We don't want to actually show the alleyway that you're actually recording in. So
My squalor.
that's right. Put the green screen up. Andrew, you got a green screen. You guys don't use it much anymore. I remember when you first got it, you used it a bit.
we used it once, and then it it was interesting, but we have no idea how to use it correctly, because we did or Coach did the battle report with Rob, not Rob, this Rob, but other Rob. They did a battle report, and you could see when they were doing like the intro, you could see like part of Rob's head was like cut off. I don't know. We tried to figure it out. We were thinking like, do we have to like be closer to the camera and have the green screen farther away, or the camera back? I don't know. We still haven't figured it out. But we'll see. We'll see. We have a nice blooper reel of Rob trying to use the green screen, thinking we could figure it out, but obviously we can't because we don't use it. But yeah, it's unfortunate. The green screen's cool. It's just we don't know how to use it.
Yeah, you have to do it all in post, I assume. Then all in Vegas or whatever you're using.
Yeah, but the thing is like I said, it's like if you're too close to it, it'll
There's shadow or whatever goes on it.
Yeah, that's the only issue. So we have to figure that out.
I guess you have to throw some lights against it to kill the shadow, kind of thing. I guess.
Well, we have 2 lights, and then with like the umbrellas, and then we had another light under us that like pointing up. It still didn't work. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, I think you should go to school to become a director, a director of photography, just so you can work that green screen.
I will in my classes that actually have the green screen on. I'll sneak us in, and we'll do the introduction in the classroom, and do it that way.
Just be like, who are these people? No, we're just testing the green screen, make sure it's working right.
Andrew, is that you? No, I'm FOG Andrew here from the family.
It would be interesting to see if you were just a release into the wild, just with the green screen still behind you. See what would happen on some of those websites we all know we all go to.
What?
The first ones that someone put a cute cat behind them in post.
Those websites.
Look at how to scale they are. That's adorable.
Yep. You get your dog's head like giant behind you, so it looks like he's attacking you.
Well, yeah. If you just went from a cat to a dog and did the same joke, I'm not going to say you're.
No, I was thinking more we could do for the superhero crew. He could be from the Inhumans. What's his name? Lockjaw.
Lockjaw.
I think I just got Amy Schumered.
Nobody likes Jack. Nobody likes cats. It's funnier if it's dogs.
Oh, we'll do that one when we start the show too. Then
We'll fix that in post.
Okay.
Oh, we saw your product placement again, Jack. Your non-beer. Yeah. So that was Family Gamers on the Cloncaster Triton. Gonna happen again next year. Everybody's got to go. We got to break 20 next year. I think that's the key.
I think We were hoping we'd break 20, but we didn't because 2 people didn't show up. But I'm hoping next year we could break 20, hopefully. But
Although you've almost doubled it every year, so I think maybe next year's got to be 30 then. No, 36.
Listen, if we have more than we had this year, we're gonna need to find a new place because the comic store was awesome to have it in there, but it's not big enough for more than what we had this year. So
yeah, even when I went to the very first one. I don't even think that place could hold more than 18. It wasn't that big, so you got to find a bigger place.
Yeah, maybe the place we had it the second year. Who knows? We'll see what happens.
It's always the problem. I think you just have to rent a hotel.
Hotel lobby.
Yeah. The important thing is the 2 that couldn't make it, we are going to dox them in the comments below, down in our.
Jack, that's us.
Oh,
you're doxing yourself.
Oh, I didn't get it. Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, silly me.
For shame.
This is what happens when I'm on.
Yeah,
this is what
he
happens.
Starts going crazy.
We start
up for you. If Coach is on, he'd be all like, "Whatever, I don't care. I won't even talk." But the moment Andrew's on, he's all piss and vinegar over there. But yes, yeah. Well, that was a good 20 minutes of talk. Now we only got to fill 40 more minutes, boys.
We did it.
Oh no,
Andrew, I think you should plug Superhero Crew right now.
All right, so if you guys don't know, the Superhero Crew is the comic book channel that Family Gamers, that was spun off from Family Gamers because I got bored and I wanted a place to actually talk about comic books because I hate them so much that I love them. I love to hate comic books, okay, and I hate to love them. That's how it works. Jesus.
Somebody on a motorcycle driving by my house. Yes.
They're interrupting my my plug for Superhero Crew. But yeah, we're Rob is also on the channel as well. Jack, you could be on the channel as well if you would like.
I've said many times when they reboot Alpha Flight, I'm going to make a show called the Joining the Alt Flight.
Well, you can do that because they're actually coming out with an Alpha Flight one-shot.
So it'll be a one-shot of your terribly named show.
By the time I get the green screen and the big dog head, it would take forever. I don't know if it'd be worth it for a one-shot.
Well, Jack, you know you're always welcome on the Superhero Crew.
Why, thank you. I'll keep that when I start writing about the FEMA camps again. You can post it up there. I think it'll be a big draw.
Anyway, so we actually posted the official Superhero Crew podcast that had me and Rob on it. Unfortunately, it was a very coachless episode.
Do you want to tell him why Coach wasn't there?
Coach was not there because he was too busy watching the Shazam movie. I know. How dare he? I actually didn't mind the Shazam movie, but
still
priorities. He's like I rented it. I gotta finish it. I'm like, you don't have to. Come on, it's a Superhero Crew podcast. But we talked about the San Diego Comic-Con 2019, like all the Marvel news. DC had literally none. We also talked about the Phase 4 Marvel movies, and yeah, you could check that out on the Superhero Crew. And we're gonna actually have one next week where we're gonna talk about House of X. And it's not to spoil the episode, but it'll be an interesting episode because I have a lot to say about it. And I don't know about
Andrew hates everything.
I don't hate. That's not true. We brought this up. We actually brought this up before. I don't hate everything. I just only like things that are good. That's the difference.
So what's good then? Lay it on us. What's going on right now? The best win.
Spider-Gwen.
Didn't you bitch about that one though too?
Yeah, but the only reason why I got annoyed is because they're relaunching again because they don't need to do that. There's no point in doing
Number
that.
ones. It's all about number ones.
So dumb. And it's not like she's on like a TV show or anything, or like any of the cartoons, or like there's not another Spider-Verse movie. It's like why is it coming out now? Just go to issue 11. Don't go to issue 1. I can't get into this here. I get too flustered with comic books. I get too crazy with this.
That's my favorite part. I like riling him up. You turn the wheel and he just starts going.
And also Coach will be on the next episode because I asked him what he thought about House of X. He's like, no, you're going to have to find out when we record. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, unless he rents Shazam again.
That's true. Unless he does. I hope not.
Hey, Andrew, did you know that the Shaq did a version? I'm going to watch that now.
Oh. Yes. Yeah, Superhero Crew. It's a fun times. I usually do X Corner, but it won't be happening for quite a few months because of House of X happening right now. So we'll be doing that on the podcast.
And Powers of 10.
Of course, yes. Powers of 10.
Powers of 10.
Jack, it's spelt Powers of X, but they call it Powers of 10. But it's House of X, not House of 10. How do you feel about that? How does your ADD feel about that one?
Feels like I'm being baptized with cat piss. Quite frankly, I'm not a fan. I'm not going to read the comic book at all.
You're going to boycott it.
So someone had to explain what every step of the way from the idiot who decided that was going to be the name. Every step of the way when he pitched the idea, it's not. It's a 10 and an X. Well, which one are you supposed to say? Well, and then it would just go all the way, and no one at one point just put their foot down and went, "This is madness. This is madness."
Just spell it out or put a 10.
A 10.
Yeah. Well, the first time I heard about it was on a video, and the one guy said Powers of 10. I'm like, oh, what an idiot! He said it wrong. But no, I'm the idiot. Terrible.
See, this is why Jack should be on the Superhero Crew podcast. He does have a lot of input.
Jack's been reading comic books for probably longer than I have. He's
valuable input too. I use the term baptized in cat piss. So
if you want to know all about the Eternal named Eros, Jack is an expert. He used to read him back in the day. Scarlet Witch, he knows a lot about her. He's an Avengers fan, but from way back. So there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone wants to see even a small dip into the pool of '90s comic books. Where I draw most of my knowledge was kind of like a dark era, so no one's gonna sit and watch or eat their Captain Crunch and watch YouTube me nattering about.
Come on, we had great things in the 90s. Batman Nightfall, Death of Superman, the Spider-Man clone saga, Wolverine with no nose. Come on.
Sure. It's a sad but true statement that
Venom loving chocolate.
Venom at all.
Who?
Yeah.
Actually,
Jack, what's your opinion on Venom? This is a test question to see if you're allowed in the club.
Tom Hardy did a fine job. Okay, I'll admit it.
We're gonna have a big sign. Instead of no girls allowed, it's no symbiotes allowed. Terrible. You never even saw the Venom movie, did you, Jack?
No, and I wanted to. I kind of, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Don't.
Oh, what?
Don't see the movie.
Can't even. Like,
I had a poster hung up in the videos that you could see in the Superhero Crew videos, and I took it down after I saw that movie, and I threw it out.
And then you put up your Tom Hardy poster?
Yes, my beautiful Tom Hardy poster.
Is it like one from the teen magazines where it's got the XOXO and a big lipstick kiss on it?
Well, the lipstick kiss was not.
You added that later?
I added that later.
It's not mint anymore. Seal it in plexiglass.
Georgie pooped on it anyway. I had to throw it out.
That goblin.
So I replaced it with a beautiful Alex Ross painting of the Avengers instead. Unfortunately.
Yes. It is a beautiful picture. Alex Ross is pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Pretty good? Come on.
Pretty
I did in my graphic design class, we had to do a menu for a restaurant, and my teacher goes, "You can make up any restaurant." I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "What does it entail?" She goes, "Okay, well, it's got to be like based around an artist." I was like, "Okay." There's an Alex Ross comic book cafe, and I named each of the items of the food items, which she said you didn't have to do, but I named each one. It was like, you know, Black Canary chicken soup, or like, the Doomsday Burger or something,
Jack would eat a Doomsday Burger.
That's the challenge,
I get your picture on the wall, I ate it all with the fries. You can't. It's not just the burger. You have to eat the fries too.
And they pose you in the picture of your back being broken and
I
smashing you.
I just throw the fries on the burger, make it quicker, make it easier.
Oh, you don't just put it in the water so it gets all soggy and you can just drink it? Horrible. We do have a question. Somebody asked what we think the future of Deadzone will be. What's the next major threat to make its presence known in the galaxy? I don't think there's going to be any more factions for a while. I think they've maxed out factions probably. But they might be doing more like they did the Volt Chasers. What do you guys think? Just sub-factions?
As far as I'm concerned, escalation just happened, and they put a lot in. It's hard for me to think of what I think is missing now, what they could do. You said maybe another faction was out of the question, but what else is there?
We have an official comment by Pat that we are not allowed to say anything.
Because we know what's happening? I wish. We don't know anything, Pat. You don't tell us nothing. Oh, you told us about some other things, but we're not allowed to talk about those.
Listen, all we can do right now is speculate. That's all we can do right now.
But yeah, Beetle said a new mutation for the plague. That'd be interesting. Some other like different version of the plague.
See, now is it what? No, I was gonna say, is it good to like make new factions, like introduce the nameless, or is it like better to go back to?
Yeah, that's why I like the Volt Chasers for the Veerman, adding that extra layer. Somebody said Zor. Yeah, Trainaholic said Zor. Yeah, they have always been promising Zor for a long time, so that makes sense. Yeah, that's true. But Zor is so similar to. They could almost be part of the Nameless. They're very similar.
They could be a sub-faction.
Yeah,
Nameless.
Or you lean into the fact they look like bugs. Give them a hive. Give them a whole like drones, and there's plenty of ways you could go. I like the Dreadball team, like the
yeah, you got the Zor Dreadball team. Yeah. It's hard to, like all those ones. Pat's just naming every Dreadball team right now, but
I didn't know Trainaholic was in the chat, or else I would have behaved myself much more. I apologize. I've been a little loosey goosey. This is going to be a dignified show from now on.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, the Mercs brought a lot of the Dreadball guys in, but yeah, I don't think they need more factions though. I think there's enough already. It's already getting hard to balance, and some factions might get left behind a bit. You never want that.
I agree. I think it's better to do. I think sub factions are cool. That I think they should do that for other factions, like a maybe it's like a Saphir sub faction or something like that. That might be cool because I love the Saphir. Do something like that or something, anything like that. But going to a new faction is definitely a little iffy.
Nothing to hear here.
We must have got something to stand on. They're banging on your floor pretty bad now. You might have to get the stick out.
Yes. Luckily, it didn't just shut the whole thing down when that fell, because it could have. But yeah, for factions, yeah, I like the sub factions. For at least do everybody get a sub faction? Then by then maybe some other then it's probably version 3 is coming out. So, but yeah, more campaigns. That's always good. Like that'd be nice. Planet books. Brian V said, yeah. Rusty Beetle said a mecha faction. Yes, obviously, the more mechs the better. But and Pat, I think you said the final one. He said Batman, the Batman faction makes sense.
As in like Batman. Like, is Mantic going to get the rights to DC property?
He wrote Batmen, so maybe it's just guys look like bats.
like literal giant bats. So we have the giant rats, and now we have rats with wings.
I like it. I think there is a Dreadball guy who looks like a bat, sort of. I think it's a girl. She's got big wings. So it's already there. But yeah, like Jack said though, I think we're escalations. That's pretty good. Doing one a year is gonna be hard. I don't know what they're gonna focus on next time. Organized play, maybe something that I don't care about. But yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Street Samurais. Yes, they're gonna just get the rights to Shadowrun as a miniature game. That'd be nice, but I think Catalyst might already be able to do that. We'll see. The question is, what is the other thing other properties you want Mantic to get behind? Is there anything that you guys can think of? I always say G.I. Joe, or Transformers. Is there anything you guys want to see Mantic pick up as a license, as they did with Hellboy?
Listen, just bring back Mars Attacks, and I'll be happy.
You and like 5 people love that game.
No, I think I don't. See here. I think it's a fun game. It's just it's Mars Attacks. It's Mars Attacks, for Christ's sake. Come on. Just bring it back already. That's what we need.
I think you are going to be hard-pressed for them to care about Mars Attacks anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if I actually think that or if I'm having too much water. I don't know.
Yeah. You had one too many of Jack's sodas.
One too many waters.
You got water on the brain, boy.
Jack, do you have anything that you'd like to see them pick up? Dark. Well, I was going to say Dark Crystal, but there already is a game.
There already is. That'd have been a good one. But I don't know. There's nothing that comes to mind that I would be like, yeah, that would be my jam. I would never have thought Hellboy would have followed up Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like it or Walking Dead following up Mars Attacks. So who knows? It could be anything.
It does seem they go after comic book licenses, because all those are based on the comic books, not the movies. And yeah, I wonder if is there any comic books that they that somebody already doesn't have the rights to. Is there any big? I think everything's covered though. All the DC and Marvel have their own games or things.
What about Valiant?
Valiant's coming out with they have a deal with Netflix or someone or it's one of those ones, Amazon, one of those where they're gonna have a lot of TV shows and movies. So that'd be actually an interesting one.
Like have all the characters get Bloodshot, Ninjak.
Yeah, Dr. Mirage and all those guys. Yeah, Harbinger Corps. I don't even know if any of those are around still. We had a friend that was really into when they first came out. He was really into those guys. Or I can't even remember the one he really liked. It wasn't Bloodshot. It was he had that though, but it was the other one. I can't remember. It was like a
Exo Man of War.
no. X-Men War has been around for a long time, even before Valiant and Turok.
It was Helix. That's the comic book he was really into.
Helix, Neelix.
Yeah, the little Viking guy.
Oh, is that what it's called? Yes, no, it wasn't. That's French. Actually, yeah, they go for heavy metal. Heavy metal deserves its own game.
I just watched the Belgian version of heavy metal based episodic show from 2017.
Was it animated or live action?
Live action.
I seem to remember that. And I when you said that, I was like, yeah, I remember a heavy metal show, but I wonder, was it in English?
Yeah, it was called Metal Hurlant.
Yeah, that's what heavy metal's called in France.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer was one of them.
Oh,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Andrew, do you even know who Rutger Hauer is?
No.
Terrible.
That's what happens when Coach isn't on, because just blame Coach because he hasn't educated me on things.
That's true. It's his fault. He's a bad parent.
The problem is Rob gave you like hey, you know who Rutger Hauer is, and just let you hang there. But I'm sure if nudged in any number of directions, you would be him. If you said,
I don't know.
No, you don't think so?
Let's test him.
This is America's fifth favorite game show right now.
Who does Andrew not know?
Yeah, how relevant is it to Andrew, the game show? Or if you said, "Hey, you've seen Blade Runner, right?"
You know what though? Like I said, blame Coach. It's all Coach's fault. He was watching Blade Runner 2049 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The second one, and I told him, he was like, "You want to watch it?" I go, "I haven't seen the first one." He's like, yeah, you can watch the second one. I'm like, I can't watch the second one without watching the first one. I need to watch the first one. And ever since then, we still haven't watched it. And I've looked on demand, and I've looked to see if it's on, and it's always like when it's on like crappy channels that make it like, rated B or whatever.
I think you can. It's on Amazon Prime, I believe. You can watch it there.
Amazon Prime. No one cares about Amazon Prime.
I did like Jack's reaction when it's his shocked face when you'd not seen this. Because that's the famous one. Jack was going to go to like Lady Hawk or something next.
Well, yeah, but
there's no point.
Going older, not gonna work in this situation. But I would go for youth and for cult status and say, have you heard of a movie called Hobo with a Shotgun?
No,
I think you'd like that one.
Then maybe I've failed the first episode of Is It Relevant to Andrew? Boy, this bit pissed the bed so bad it's like how Trump wrote it a check.
Oh, yes. What was the other? Oh, Split Seconds. Split Seconds, one of my favorites he did. Great movie. But you have a lot to learn. Just go back and watch all of Rutger Hauer's movies, and you'll be enjoying them because they're all fun. Yeah, that was that.
I there's a lot of movies I need to watch. There's a lot of things. I go to the comic store and they ask me, like, "Have you seen this?" I go, "No." They're like, "What's wrong with you?" They're like, "Have you seen the Christopher Reeve Superman movie? You like comic books?" I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah, I think you would find that very boring. You're from a different generation. I find it boring, and I'm from that generation.
You know when the first time I saw Jaws was?
I'm guessing it was recently.
It was last year in my marine bio class.
Isn't it like? Wasn't it based like near where you live?
Oh Jesus! Oh God! All right, guys. I'll see you guys later, I guess.
What's going on?
Uh
Change
Oh, guard.
oh. Oh no.
Oh, look who tapped in.
We lost the young one.
Look what
Hey,
happened.
coach, have you seen Blade Runner?
It's
Original?
his fault.
We played a game with Andrew, and he hadn't seen Blade Runner, and we're upset with him.
First one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
We're talking about Rutger Hauer. It was a rip.
Rutger
Hauer.
I tried to tell him that the new one was terrible.
Is it really good?
No,
No,
it was good.
no, it wasn't. It was terrible.
Yes, it was.
No.
See,
It had some.
he liked Justice League. You can't trust him.
I don't trust him.
It was a good movie.
Oh my God! Do not. We're gonna do a whole superhero crew podcast, just episode about why Justice League is terrible and why you're wrong.
Well, that would point counterpoint.
There you go. I can't wait to hear that one.
Mhm.
So we did recap Triton with your son. Let's
Okay.
hear from your point of view. How'd you like Triton?
Yeah. So I don't know if you why don't you grab a seat. Grab a seat, because then Georgie comes in here and stinks up the place. So.
I already.
He wore out his welcome already.
Yeah. I love that Jack just sits there and guffaws the whole time.
Italy was aghast at Andrew's
Yeah, there was some.
lack of movie knowledge.
You know what it is? It's hard because I think you're doing a good job. I'm like, oh, you should watch this, you should watch this, watch this, and I keep track of what I've shown him and not shown him. So I'm kind of like,
You got to make a list.
yeah. I was like, that like Rutger Hauer. He was the guy, Blade Runner. He was the main villain. I never saw Blade Runner. What?
That's pretty much how this conversation went.
Yeah. And through the power of the Mandela effect, in about 2 months, we won't remember how it actually happened. So
Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, Triton was good, man. We had we actually had we almost doubled what we did last year. So we had 18 people. We had a few rookies, but I'd say out of everything, it was about 14 people who actually played more than a year of Deadzone. And I had 2 guys come down who are actually veteran war gamers in other games like Guild Ball and Sigmar and stuff. So they picked it up real quick. They were coming to they had like three months experience, but they were war gamers already. So I consider them not unrookies, not rookies, and they did really well. So yeah, it was great, man. I want to thank like Army Painter and Mantic, of course, and Badger. We gave away a Sotar 2020, so was a lot of cool stuff. Pat took care of us, and Ken from Badger and Army Painter sent us something, and then of course Mats by Mars always takes care of us. So
Yeah, we already had our Mats by Mars commercial earlier, so it's we don't need to go over that again.
okay, no, I'm just saying, just those
They
were the
earned their pay. Let's say that.
I think it ran super smooth because of just for the sole fact that the organizer is a staunch professional. So therefore, that's why it ran so good. But yeah, everybody had almost everybody had nothing good to say, nothing bad to say. I mean, so
Everybody had something terrible to say.
yes,
at least one. There was a survey. It was a bad idea.
I hate to tell you, Jack, who it was. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to upset you, but
Oh, who slipped that one in?
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was sending Jack pictures of the tournament as it was going on. So
Yeah, we were keeping track.
yeah,
I was working.
yeah. It's hard to do those live things every because it's like, all right, guys, here we go. It's round 2. All right, here we go. It's round 3. All right, here it's round 4. It's yeah,
It's 2-minute videos just saying, hey.
yeah.
It's fun to keep track, though. It was good to see everybody. Like I watched them all afterwards, and it was it was nice to see everybody hanging out and having a good time.
Look cool, right? We had a nice long, the table, and it worked out really good. So
And all the comic books in the background. It's a nice backdrop.
oh yeah.
Well, that was obviously a green screen because you could tell when that giant dog head came up over the one guy's shoulder.
Oh, she did it again today.
No, we haven't. We're working with your green screen. We're gonna figure out a way for you to use your green screen effectively.
There's it's like a whole science to doing it. It's like it's not just like set up a green screen and shoot. You have to have,
It's like it's a profession.
No, but it's like there's like you need 4 lights in certain places. You know, like you have to have 2 lights from above and then 2 from angles on the side, but then you have to go a certain distance and then you have to have a certain light on you. It's like it's not, you know, I mean, I've been researching and stuff, and it's like my Italian friend says, it's no easy. So, you know, but we'll get yeah.
We do have a question for you, Coach. Since you are on the rules committee, you're an official member of the Mantic community.
Yeah.
What about this summer campaign?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much our reaction too. Jack's already played it, but he's from another dimension. So
yeah, I know that
where all the Mercs 2 list is out.
Yeah, I think it's something's going. I kind of know what's going on, but you know, the summer's almost over, essentially. So, you know, fall campaign. You know,
yeah, just stop trying to get it in the summer. Just do it in the fall.
Why don't we do like the winter campaign where as war game is like Jack. I want to quote Jack.
Uh-oh.
You know, in the summer you go out and you gotta you know do yard work and you gotta paint the porch or the steps in the back and you want to get your barbecue going and stuff. So not much hobbying goes on, but when that snow hits, man, you're inside. There's a lot of hobbying going on. That'd be the best time to run a winter campaign per se. You know, I don't, you know, I think a winter campaign would be better because you're looking for an excuse not to do anything in the winter. It's like you're stuck in the house and you're like, all right, well, I got to paint this wall. I would, but we're having a winter campaign. I got to play 4 games of Deadzone in a row. So, you know, I think I think a winter campaign would be better.
Well, you should talk to someone.
Just, you know, when I say things like, you know, what would be a good idea is because I already said those things. So, now you know.
I'm going to see those guys next week. I'll see Rob Berman. I'll see Martin. I'll see Ronnie. Actually, maybe I'll put a little tweet in your ear.
Yeah, I got 2 guys coming to see you too. 2 of the guys that started with us at game night. It's like they randomly walked into the comic store and then we hit it off and stuff. So I said, go see Rob at the Mantic booth.
Oh, so you have some leg breakers coming to collect. I see.
I got some cronies. So those things I asked you for, just make sure you now the VIG is up to 2.5 figures. So
I waited too long to pay.
Yeah,
now
just
doubles.
Sometimes you got to do it. Andrew's shorter than me. Look at it. I can get that shine in there.
Got to get some headroom.
Yeah. So anybody have any questions of the latecomer that just showed up, or?
Yes, they want to know about the summer campaign. Somebody did ask. We already answered this, but for upcoming things for Deadzone, would you rather see new factions or just more sub factions like the Volt Chasers?
Honestly, both. I like to see both. I like other than the sub faction this year, we really didn't get much. You think about it, but it's what I did like was a lot of stuff was fleshed out. So you know, let's talk pure Deadzone, not
punch the camera.
Yeah, not Mercs, because the Mercs is a whole section of in and of itself, and if you didn't back let's say you didn't back Star Saga, you're a little behind as far as having Mercs, so you'd have to, you know, get some of the expansion and stuff now. But guys like us have a bunch of crap lying around that we weren't able to play, like Howlet and Nemrath and Nastanza and all that from V1. But I like that the Volt Chasers, although a sub faction, is a lot more models in it. So then you know, everybody like Nameless got a few more models. These guys get a few more models. The Enforcers really didn't get anything, and neither did the Forge Fathers, other than the Mercs. But the rules have changed, so they're playable stuff that we didn't use before is play. Like, would you think that a missile launcher, that's one of our bugaboo? If you guys listen to the award-winning team building exercise, we always said about how crappy, you know, don't take a missile launcher because they don't work, but now they work, you know, and I've been running lists with 2 of them. I never thought I would do that. Never thought I would do that. Medics still suck, and then you could take an engineer, but whatever. But I like that it's fleshed out. But more factions, more models. I'm all for it, man. More stuff to paint, more stuff to play, more variety. The 6-letter word for spice of life, right, Jack?
Salt?
No, that's RIGHT. That's more than 4. JAC.
Oh.
That's over twice the number that you were allocated.
I thought it was vaginas, but
Oh, starting to get blue. I tried to not go anywhere, Rob. You saw me. I went PG. I was a little wordplay.
Well, it's PG.
All of a sudden, this guy over here.
They said in Kindergarten Cop, so.
Yeah, Jack. There's nothing wrong with the woman's reproductive system.
Correct, which is and actually it's inside.
You, Jack.
All right, so Brian V, what up, Brian? Says, what about sector books or MIDI settings to create a campaign? Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what I'd love to see. More background stuff that's what I'd like to see too.
Yeah, it's but I think that's more of a somebody's gonna do something like Mantic put out something. I don't think it would be a book to run a campaign. You know what I mean? If they're gonna do like a global campaign, kind of what they tried to do last year, it's got to be something out on the internet, not where like, all right, and I think it's a crappy thing to do. I think this is like stuff like a GW style where it's like, all right, we're running the summer campaign. We just came out with Escalation, but you got to buy this.
Oh yeah, not a book, but I think he's talking more. The sector book idea is more like a whole fluff book where you can, especially if they get the role playing game off the feet. I think we'll see more of that kind of stuff, like setting books.
Yeah. Well, you could do that yourself.
Obviously, you can do anything yourself, but people are lazy.
Here. So this thing.
Yes, the beautiful source book, the best book that Mantic's ever produced.
You know what? You go in here, right? Pick something. Like this is what I did. So I did the Conquest of Triton. So I went in here and I looked at the spheres and stuff, and I picked Triton. And I went, and then we're doing TBE, and we find out that in the Warpath Beginner, they're on Triton. And you're like, hey, that was a good plan, coach. No, it wasn't. Out of all those freaking planets, I picked this one that they're doing in the starter. Digital downloads. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. But Mantic's not shy about giving away stuff for free, man. That's the one thing I'm not, I like about them. They don't mind giving you rules for free and, whatever. I mean, most of the stuff you get for free. Or just watch Family Gamers and you pretty much get it all anyway.
Yeah. That's right. No need to buy the book. It's on Family Gamers.
Just write it down and then, crappy battle. I love saying stuff like that. And then Jack goes, the deeper and darker it goes, the bigger the chuckle.
I was just surprised you were going here, and all of a sudden it was like plug. Like it was seamless. If you want Family Gamers, it was.
I'm a professional. Look it up. But yeah, man, and you know what? Honestly, like Beatles writing some good stuff here.
Yeah, I know he's writing a whole campaign in the chat.
Go on Facebook and say, hey, listen, we're doing the the Beetle campaign. So and then on a 2d6 on a 6+, a storm of violent, rusty metal pieces are kicking up. Roll 6 dice and automatically put them in those cubes, and anybody in those cubes got to take a frag 2 and survive 2 to not be pinned or whatever. You can do whatever you want, man. Especially now with the new book. Shoot, it's like you can do you can do a format 800 point with the target acquisitions and all that. I mean, you can go to town. So it's like Deadzone is unlimited now. And what's crazy? All this stuff comes out, and I still enjoy playing the original 4 missions. Honestly, I really do. I'm such a purist when it comes to that.
Yeah, we tend to just kill each other. We don't even bother missions. So
I do like the missions because it makes you play differently.
Yes, for sure.
If it's an all kill mission, it's one thing. But if there are objectives, that's why like the cards are pretty cool. Which are basically secret missions. But
Well, they got more in there too. There's some interesting stuff because it's not just mission stuff. There's also events and there's
Right.
so it's fun. There's some more fun in there too, more than I expected. If it
Actually,
was just secret missions, I would have been more like, that's who cares. But it had a lot more in that deck than I expected.
well, that's what it was. It wasn't, that's Rob Berman's baby. So it was more of something that'll be useful for the game as opposed to just like secret mission. Because you can make your own secret missions. I mean, you can do whatever the hell you want. It's like anybody who sprints in and kills somebody gets a, sprints in and kills somebody gets an extra 2 VPs or whatever.
Yeah, Beatles campaign that he's writing in the chat. That sounds pretty fun because he brought in like ships in orbit, so you can either go raid one of the ships or go planet side or like for a campaign. That's pretty fun. I like the variety.
That's like reading. It does drift a little towards fanfic though. It's getting a little spicy, Rob. You might.
He did mention the tentacle porn a little bit, but
it is getting a little.
It is Beetle. You have to accept a little tentacle porn when Beetle's writing something.
And then when you get into a certain place, there's a space harem. But then when you get in there, it's 30 Kalishi, and you got to fight your way out of it with scantily clad Kalishi and whatnot,
which is bad. But they are in skimpy lingerie, so that's good.
It's good. But then they also have little robotic parts on there, so that Brian would like it.
Which is bad.
Just bad.
But there is Frogo, so.
Yeah, but you can't do that, Beetle. You can't have Star Saga rules, and if you land, it's DZ. You got to have one or the other, man.
Why not? It's a campaign. It's an online campaign. You could do either.
Oh, you do Star Saga to start off with, and then you move through, and then by winning the thing or uncovering stuff, you can keep those weapons and bring them in with you. So you're starting off with like 220, or maybe you can get a recon where you get a recon of a 2+.
But it'd be neat to have like a separate section because I think they did that with the with one of the Kings of War ones where they included some Dungeon Saga stuff. That was in one of the books, I think.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Kings of War, yeah, it's like a bigger version of Vanguard. It's a new thing.
Oh, okay.
It's spin-off. Speaking of spin-offs, it's getting 50 Shades of Beetle in that. It's starting to get. I don't know.
Jack's once again reading the Other Dimensions chat.
You have to watch because somebody's going to read this and George is going to get all pissy. You're going to get all pissed-eyed.
Oh, what? No tomatoes.
So there he is.
What are you talking shit?
Oh, jeez. It's Georgie After Dark over there.
10:04.
I don't mess around after 10 o'clock.
Hey, Jack, you know what that means, right? Oh, that's the goblin. It's time to wrap it up.
It is. We've gone 3 minutes over already. So if you haven't paid through PayPal or joined our Patreon, I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. It's been fun. I bid you adieu. Adieu. I've been Jack.
Is that the honor system?
Jack, Beetle wants to know if you tried your hot sauce yet. Do you even know where your hot sauce is at this point?
I do know where the hot sauce is, and I will be having a barbecue soon, and it will be and trust me, when I do, Beetle, there will be in the Discord that we have.
Yeah.
If you want to join our, as an aside, you want to join our Discord, you just have to go to Cafe Press and buy T-shirts, and then we'll let you right in. But anyways, I will put a pictures of. I'll let you know, Beetle. You will not have to worry about that. You'll see the aftermath, and that's when I'll go. Yeah, Rob, that was Beetle's sauce. Caprize, and then hilarity will ensue.
I thought you said in the description below, I'm going to put, and I started laughing because you never put anything. It's all Rob does it all, not you.
oh yeah. I'll put in the description below a bunch of stuff. Like I've already said how much is down there already, but there's going to be even more.
And
I've been Coach.
I have a picture for Jack. There you go.
Oh, unacceptable.
There you go, Jack. That's for your blatant disregard for people's feelings. We do have to record team building exercise, so we do have to cut this one off. After all, Jack's joking. yeah, we have something to do. So we have to get out of here early today. Sorry about that. We usually try to stay around for a bit more. But we will be back next month. I'm sure I'll be talking about Gen Con. Maybe we can rustle Community Pat on there, drag him on. And yeah, we'll do that next month. And we'll see how it goes. Thanks for Andrew for being on. And thank you, Coach, for throwing him out. He was getting a little abusive.
I'm
He
like
made
a
Jack cry at one point.
I am like a wizard. I arrive exactly when I need to.
And Jack, we're sorry that I brought Andrew on. I know he offended you. I apologize.
Honestly, when he started in with the Diet Coke was an inside job, and that's how people are getting measles, I was like, okay, Rob, you made a mistake. Like seriously, this is getting out of hand.
You messed up.
So yeah, thank you, Coach, for getting that guy out of here. Trouble. He's a troublemaker.
That guy sucks.
Thank you, Andrew. And we'll be back. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And scene.